Alright, I'm headed to the stand. It's Sunday afternoon, November 1st. November is finally here. I'm back on private down at our hunting land after a good weekend hunt we had at the Newton County Water Authority. I can elaborate on that a little bit more when I get to the stand, but walking in right now, I'll try and be quiet. Need to get down there and get in the stand. Time changed, so it's gonna get darker earlier tonight. Stick with me, I think it'll be a good evening. Weather's good, it's supposed to cool down this evening. Probably be the coolest night of the year so far. We'll see what happens. Well, I haven't even got good and situated yet. A young 6-pointer just came through. He came in and went right behind me, right where my wind's blowing. It's like he hit a freaking brick wall. Just stopped. Turned around and kind of trotted off the other way. I hope that's not going to be a problem this evening. He came from the way I wanted him to. If it was a big buck, I could have shot him before he got to my wind. But that's the problem I'm going to have, is if deer that I don't decide to shoot come in, get downwind of me and smell that, it's going to ruin this whole hunt. I've already had a young doe blow at me. Right when I was like 10 yards from the stand, I looked over and she was standing there staring at me. And then she blew. And I ain't even been in the stand 2 minutes. And that 6-pointer came right from where she blew at. And then went behind me like I just said. hopefully we'll have some action this evening, but maybe this wind will chill out a little bit because it's screwing me up pretty good right now. I'm gonna shut up and get ready. 'Cause you never know, these deer are right on top of you when you do hear them or see them. They're usually right on top of you in here, so I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for this wind. Hopefully it's not swirling around too bad. Stick with me, let's see what happens. As you can see from the video, I did not make the shot that I wanted to make on that buck. It was just a touch farther back than I wanted it to be, and he was also quartering to me. I've looked at it on the little screen here, and it looks like it may be one lung and liver. So I'm gonna wait a while, probably 4 hours at least, before I start tracking this deer. I really, really, really hate to see that happen. It looked like he kind of started to turn away too when my arrow hit. I've really struggled the past few years with shot placement and really paying attention to the angle that the deer is standing at when I take the shot. After going back and looking at that shot, I thought he was broadside, but apparently he was a little bit quartered towards me. And whenever I shot, he also kind of turned, so the shot was just farther back than I wanted it to be. Which I really hate to see that. He only ran like 20 yards and stopped. And then I watched him walk all the way out through the bottom in front of me before he went out of sight, and he was just standing still. I could see he looked not well at all. And I could see the exit through my binoculars, and it was a little bit low and a little bit far back, like at the end of the rib cage, I would say. Which is definitely liver, and I could see dark red blood, which would also indicate a liver shot. So I'm gonna wait a while, and I'm just gonna wait till dark to get down, and I'm gonna slip out of here as quiet as I can and get back to camp and let my brother and my dad come help me. Yeah, it's part of bow hunting, but I don't know. I'm a little bit hard on myself because I've made a few poor shots over the past couple of years, and I just have practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced some more to be better at shooting and to make more lethal shots. And I just hate to see that happen. After all the work I've done to make sure my arrows fly perfectly, my broadheads are sharp, my arrows fly perfectly with my broadheads. And after doing all of that, and then just those countless hours I spent practicing to see, for me to make a bad shot, I hate that. I really hate that, because I've practiced and I know that I can do better than that. It just, it upsets me because, you don't want the deer to have to suffer. We want to make that perfect double lung heart shot every time. So, I just hate to see that happen. But I don't know, there's nothing I can do now but wait and take what's happened here and learn from it. That's all I can do. Just keep practicing and keep giving it my all and just trying to be better with the shots. didn't get it on camera, but I rattled that buck in. I heard a couple grunts out in front of me. And I waited about a minute or so and grunted back. And I didn't hear any, I never heard anything. And about 5-7 minutes went by. And I decided I would rattle. And I rattled, and I didn't even put the rattle bag down. I seen a deer running towards me, and it was him. And he ran, and he came right in. I was jacked up. It's a pretty good buck. He's an 8-pointer looked like he had a split on his G2. It looked like a mature deer to me. I think it'll probably be the biggest deer that I've killed with my bow, but we'll see. So, with that being said, I'm going to give him some time. It's 5:09 now. I don't even think it's been an hour since I shot. I think I shot him at like 4:20. So, I'm going to give him time and slip out of here at dark. It'll probably get dark here within the next 45 minutes to an hour. And then, get on the trail. Probably 8:30 tonight, maybe. I'll come back in here and try and track him. So, stick with me. We'll see if we can't get this deer recovered here later.